Okay, I got this idea from the Betty. I don't know if I made this video yet, but coal in compression will ignite, so I put water saddles on it, and then there'll be an up pump in each one of these sprinkler systems that spray down the hopper. Not too hard. I called it the body saddles, I think was the name of the last tape. And there's holes in the hopper. And well, look at the other hopper project. Okay, this is a hopper with Jeep jacks, and then there's two. It's kind of this is the hopper, so this is called that goes after the bilateral hopper. So instead of having like you couldn't if you put like tarp in one set of rocks and the other, the tarp would be kind of hard to remove. So I made it a gated. This is a gated bilateral hopper. The top wall doesn't have to be in this edge shape clever here, right here, doesn't have to be there. It could be only one or two payload. But with this, you have um, a four payload load, and we see the Jeep levers. It shows a ratchet key and a gear, and then two pass for that. Then over here would be your jack, and so it's kind of like that. Then over here's a tongue, which is controlled by this piston over here that pulls the piston tongue out from underneath the doors, and the door works on a hinge. You know, let's see if we can't trade the view. Okay, so okay, if you hold the hinge, it will push all the way up quickly, but it won't go straight up unless you go all the way up the column. So it rides the edge of the hinge, and then there's the tongue, and then the Jeep jacks push it up. Then it has the walls, the Jeep jack. You can see the hinges now. The hinges right here, they're on both sides. We have jacks on all four sides. And then there should have been, I guess this isn't the version where I did the hopper gates, but you can see that we have a four load hopper there. We'll go over to the bilateral one. Now this one was tongues on top that hold it, and I found out it was better just to cut a hole underneath the bottles. Works on bottle jacks, brake level jacks, and then they have a unique. Let's see if we can't change the color to shaded. Alright, so the tongues would hold them, and they're offset, and then you could add a wall if you wanted to, which keeps them out of the rock gate. And then this is a squirrely, but the brake jacks, this one was one of my, I overthunk it, you know. Okay, so here's the section, there's the jacks. Then they swing down, but you have to pick them back up. So the jacks, there's got hopper holes, and then we'll bring it back to the jacks. So we're holding the upward payload. Then we get to a tongue that holds it, which didn't need to be on top. It could have been underneath the bottom and pulled it out from the bottom. And then we have some offset pass for the two straight, two vertical, one two straight, two angle, a set of angled, a set of straight, and a set of curved, and then some cylinders to re-put the valves back in. And this one's also a four payload, but I didn't like it very much. It was a little bit harder design, and like I said earlier, like I was probably overthunk it. So we have battery, four barrel, supercharged carburetor, axle, generator, body, muffler. And those were the tapes for today, and it's April 20th, 2025. This has been this month's work.